Naruto is the most consistent person in the entire Naruto series. If the world falls apart and Infinite Tsukuyomi happens, we can all at least agree that Naruto is someone who tries his hardest, loves his friends and found family to the moon and back, and will always do the right thing even if it's hard. Can we all get an amen on that? Yeah? He's not a perfect character, but he is so damn consistent, which is why it baffles me when certain individuals claim that Naruto's love for Sakura was the equivalent of loving soup and that he is emotionally oblivious. Naruto. Really? The one who talks no jutsus all his enemies into defeat? Really? And don't even get me started on the accusation of Sakura not loving Naruto. Like, bitch. Welcome to my channel, returning sparkling individuals, and for those new, welcome, welcome. Please sit as I regale you with the latest controversial opinion that I cannot stay silent on any longer. If you're feeling my content about controversial opinions while watching me draw, tippy tap tap the like button, and if you're still salivating for more, check out my playlist and other videos. Listen to it like a podcast while you do your chores. I have no shortage of videos on my channel. If you want first and exclusive access to my videos, comics, art, both safe and spicy, and want to support me to make this channel a full-time consistent gig, trust that I have a long list of videos to make and get through, join my Patreon. There is the $5 sparkling individual tier, safe for work only, and the $15 bioluminescent babes, which contains more rewards, including not safe for work content. So if you're into that, ayy. Alrighty, now let's begin the video. I honestly did not know how to begin this video when I decided to work on it, because when people ask me why I ship Naruto and Sakura together, and mind you, I ship a lot of different ships in Naruto, but when people would ask me why these two specifically, it's like, how do I put into words the valid connection between these two characters that builds a rock solid friendship and could easily have morphed into something more romantic? Not only does the narrative support the natural chemistry and conclusion of Naruto and Sakura as endgame, but it would have ended the story in a satisfying full circle type way. Don't believe me? That's perfectly fine. That's what this video is about. If you don't like Naruto and Sakura, that is okay. Please exit stage left, thank you. If you're curious, strap in. And if you know, you know. But seriously, I kind of struggled to organize my thoughts on this subject because while I have so much to say, I need to structure this in a way that makes sense. So here's my opinion based on manga evidence, observations, snippets of Kishimoto's interview, and other printed media working alongside the manga of why Canon Naruto and Sakura together as a couple works far better than Naruto and Hinata and Sasuke and Sakura. Remember, the anime, while good in its own right, is not a direct reflection of the manga or Kishimoto's feelings on the matter. While they work together, the medium of anime was always used as a way to promote the manga and drive more sales to the print media. It is not made with Kishimoto's desires in mind, and while sometimes they do write by him and other mangakas, most times the studios have their own agendas. But I'll speak about that in part 2 of the Naruto Sakura video. For now, let's get into it. Now, the reason why I believe Naruto and Sakura work as a better love story endgame couple than canon Sasuke Sakura and canon Naruto Hinata is because of the established relationship they have and its development throughout the series, the mutual ambitions and similarities they share that give them common ground, the balanced personalities that complement each other, and the potential romantic growth within their rock-solid connection and relationship. Let me go further into detail. Established relationship and its development. Naruto and Sakura spend so much time together in the manga, far more than Sasuke and Hinata combined. Even with the 3-year time skip, the relationship and bond that forms between them doesn't strain or become dormant. It certainly helps that they're teammates, but even after the time skip, they actively work on their teamwork. They share their struggles and witness each other's personal growth. Even as friends, such an experience is very intimate and literally has Naruto and Sakura seeing each other for who they truly are. There is no better way to get to know a person than this. This development encourages mutual respect, admiration, and understanding. And even before the time skip, Sakura and Naruto clearly had mutual respect for each other and saw one another as equals. Although Sakura saw him as far more skilled when it came to ninja prowess, let's not forget that she wanted to catch up to Naruto and help him retrieve Sasuke together. It's what made her gather her courage to ask Tsunade in the first place to train her, because clearly Kakashi was out of his element here. Naruto and Sakura's early bond and its continual development was a foundation that can easily encourage the transition of friendship and camaraderie to something romantic. Like, let's not forget that Naruto has supported Sakura and her goals consistently throughout the series. He always believed in her ninja career and considered Sakura to be highly intelligent and not to be underestimated, even when he was 12 years old. He never belittled her or made her feel inferior as a ninja or a person, unlike a certain traumatized Uchiha, both young and old. Naruto supported Sakura both in the battlefield and outside of it, cheering her on and consistently expressing his admiration of her. This is most obviously seen when they reunite after the time skip and battle Kakashi, as well as the Gaara retrieval arc when Sakura heals Kankuro from poison. We can clearly see the awe in his face as he observes Sakura in her element and show that steady confidence he always knew she was capable of. It's so fucking sweet, y'all. Then there's Sakura, who showed the most growth between how she viewed and interacted with Naruto. From a young girl who found him annoying and didn't see much value, it's through their adventures that she sees time and again, especially in part 1, just who Naruto is as a person. She sees the good, the honesty, and genuine care Naruto has for people. She acknowledges Naruto and tells Sasuke that the blonde is no coward when Sasuke froze against Orochimaru during the Forest of Death scene. She thanks Naruto when he cheered her on after the fight with Ino in the prelims and believed in him when almost everyone underestimated him. Sakura begins to value Naruto as a friend and teammate, siding with him and placing her trust in him, believing in his words because she knows how determined and sincere Naruto is. Like, the character growth here is fantastic for Sakura and also allows the readers to see Naruto's impact on her life. I know people tend to be of the opinion that Sakura hated him in part 1, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Maybe for like the first 10 chapters of the series, she might have thought little of him, but even before the Chunin exams, we can see Sakura as Naruto's cheerleader and friend against everyone who underestimates him. Like, don't get it twisted. The mutual growth between them is such a heavy contrast to Naruto and Hinata's distant and one-sided relationship, even as friends. And I am using the word friend very lightly here, considering they maybe exchanged less than 25 words in total. But if you look at Sasuke and Sakura, let's not even mention the complicated and also one-sided relationship Sakura has with Sasuke. It's more accurate to say Sasuke considers Sakura a comrade rather than a friend. Mutual ambitions and similarities. It's easy for me to feel that Naruto and Sakura work together as a couple because I believe that while the opposite attracts trope is true, we still need some similarities to hold that attraction and make it work long term. Like, what good is catching a ball if you can't keep it on you to score a point? Not only are Naruto and Sakura friends and comrades, but they also share similarities and goals that makes them empathize with one another. Both of them are driven to improve themselves as ninja and in turn protect their loved ones, which is incidentally each other. They understand what it's like to be bullied and underestimated and looked down upon. Naruto for his loud personality, inexperience, and disrespectful actions as a child. Sakura for being clanless, her status as a girl, and obvious fangirl fanaticism. All of that they have in common while still seeking to be recognized for their skills, contributions to the village, and as a person in general. Not to mention that both Sakura and Naruto are present in each other's lives to witness the goals they want to establish for themselves. Naruto to prove his village wrong and become Hokage, Sakura to see herself caught up with her teammates and prove her worthiness of being a ninja. This shared journey they undertake makes them invested in the other's success, compared to Naruhina, where it's mostly coming from Hinata's admiration for Naruto, and Sasuke and Sakura, where trust issues and emotional distance kind of divides them like the Grand Canyon. Balanced personalities. One of my favorite things about shipping is seeing the balance in character personalities and dynamics. Funny enough, Naruto's birthday is October 10th, which makes him a Libra, and Sakura's is March 28th, which makes her an Aries. And in the zodiac, Libras and Aries get along super well, like they are each other's compatible sign. Not to get super deep into the woo-woo, but it's funny how that ended up being a thing. I know people don't believe in what they can't see, hear, or touch, which is very limiting in my opinion, because there's a lot of weird shit in the world and it's always better to be mindful and aware than taken by surprise in an unpleasant manner. My advice, just use your best discernment and intuition. Back to Naruto and Sakura, their personalities balance each other out. I think this is most obvious when they interact. While they are similar, they're actually opposites as well. What? It's true. Naruto's optimism and determination contrast Sakura's self-doubt and hesitancy, while Sakura's common sense, matter-of-factness, and intelligence grounds Naruto and gives him like a proper focus and direction. Then you have Naruto being emotionally intelligent with a huge capacity to empathize. It's this skill that allows Naruto to talk no jutsu the villains and come from a place of understanding and empathize with the feelings of others, redeeming Zabuza, shattering Neji's outlook on life, gaining Gaara's friendship, Nagato's goodwill, Obito's help, etc. It's this emotional intelligence that balances out Sakura's. Some might think her an emotional mess, but I have to say the opposite. It's very easy for Sakura to brood and ruminate, guarding her vulnerable emotions and just pretend all is fine and dandy in front of others. She's more likely to avoid talking about her feelings, while Naruto is willing to confront the awkward elephant in the room. Of course, just because Naruto is emotionally intelligent does not mean he cannot mess up things and just see the cart before the horse, as they say. After all, how can you be so oblivious to Hinata's feelings, especially after she confessed and said the L word to him? Like, what? And you can't say it's romance because Naruto is aware of Sakura's romance and would rather her be happy than confess his feelings to her. He also pretty much shot himself in the foot when he assumed everything Sakura said about him was a lie in the confession scene, but more on that later. Also, I have to say, like, low-key, I feel like Naruto is aware that Hinata likes him, but he probably really just doesn't care for her, so he just pretends that she just doesn't exist because honestly, nothing really changes even if he did know because he doesn't know anything about her. But that's just my little conspiracy theory on my headcanon for that whole mess. I say all that to say that they inspire each other to be better. Like when Sakura confronts Naruto about his recklessness and Naruto encourages Sakura to be braver, stand her ground, and face the music. They literally have moments in the manga where they admire each other, and I find that so wholesome. Unlike Sasuke, who never does to Sakura, and Naruto, who forgets most of the time that Hinata exists while he lives rent-free in her mind 24/7. Also, contrast this to Hinata's very laid-back attitude that lets Naruto get away with everything, even when he shouldn't. This can obviously be seen in Boruto when Naruto feels like an absent father who makes little effort to be with his family. There's no push to Naruto's pull, and it drowns Hinata to the background, most likely ignoring her needs and thoughts when they matter. I'm using the anime here instead of manga because in the manga, these two people don't interact or talk enough to pull any sort of comparison, but for anyone who points out the scene where Hinata gets mad in the Boruto anime as her being able to push to his pull, y'all are some hypocrites because in the same breath you bring Sakura down and make an argument that Naruto and Sakura can't be together because Sakura hits him, calls him out on his bullshit, and gets angry at him. Like, are we forgetting that Himawari also hit Naruto and y'all thought that was all cute? The double standard. Also, Sakura does not hit Naruto all that much in the manga compared to the anime, who ran with that comedic gag like it was running out of style. Seriously, in Shippuden, I think she hits him like 3 or 4 times tops. In part 1, maybe like 3 times. Someone count it for me, please, because I know it is not that much. Then there's Sasuke's apathy and untouchable aloofness. He has this wall that he will not lower no matter how hard Sakura struggles to reach him. It's very one-sided and shows their personalities clash and just don't harmonize or mesh well. I'm telling you, Boruto was such a bad idea. Like, they really should have skipped the kids and just given us grandchildren. Like, it not only would have made Kishimoto think harder in coming up with a unique concept after the passing of time, but it also would have added mystery and mystique to the canon relationships established, and probably hidden how terrible they were together. Potential for romantic growth. We've established that Naruto and Sakura see each other as close friends and even closer comrades. They know who the other is and support them through thick and thin, which is what makes the moments in the manga where they, namely Sakura, begin to see each other as something more than friendship so poignant. Take when pain comes and destroys the village in a devastating situation like that where your home is destroyed, your friends and family are likely dead because of impact, debris, or enemy shinobi. Everything that brought you comfort, safety, and familiarity is wiped away, leaving behind emptiness, despair, and grief. In a moment like that, Sakura seeing the devastation firsthand, she calls out to Naruto. He is her hope, the one she obviously cares a lot about, the one she knows she can count on when when all else fails, the light at the end of her tunnel. It is Naruto's name that she cries out, and lo and behold, he appears. When she calls for him, especially when she needed him most, he appeared. He always appears for her in her time of need, just like she did for him during the Forest of Death when he was knocked out, just like she did for him when he was dying in the war arc and had to perform heart surgery on him midair. There was also the scene where Yamato hints at Sakura's feelings being more than simple friendship by the great amount of worry and care she always expresses for Naruto's well-being. Not to mention how Sai clocked Naruto's feelings for Sakura as something far more strong and deep than a crush or puppy love. Placing Sakura's happiness before his own is one of the most self-sacrificing, loving actions he performs. Not to mention his constantly assuming or asking Sakura for dates and Sakura even going with it. Like, are we going to just ignore that Naruto gets all blushy when Sakura gets close to him to help him eat ramen? Like, that's real, you guys. There's also Sakura going so far as to gather a team and convince Naruto to drop Sasuke before he catches wind of the criminal status his friend has. Was the confession a great idea for that purpose? Not really, but what she tells Naruto about her feelings for him are true. The confession. In a Jump interview with Kishimoto around 2009-2010, where the Sakura and Naruto confession is brought up, Kishimoto admits that he wrote Sakura as an honest girl and surprisingly determined, meaning she was being honest in her words and feelings when she confessed to Naruto. She really does mean it when she says she's noticed that Naruto has always stayed by her side. He's encouraged her. She's seen Naruto for who he really is. She's come to admire him through all the trials and tribulations. She's seen him grow up standing right next to her, compared to Sasuke, who has indeed broken Sakura's heart and done things that she would never condone. She feels safe around Naruto. He's beside her, and from the bottom of her heart, well, we won't know what she will say because Naruto gets ahead of himself and denies her feelings for him. All Naruto remembers in that scene is the 12-year-old little girl who's trailed after Sasuke. But I think Naruto shot himself in the foot here because you can see Sakura's hurt expression that he would think she's lying about how she feels for him. Sakura is correct in getting pissed that Naruto thinking he knows best about her feelings and trivializing its importance to her. It's insulting, it's condescending, and not very girly pop of him. Confessing your feelings to the person you love is hard, but considering how Naruto ignored Hinata's own confession, I'm not surprised this is how he messed up Sakura's confession either. Now, I will say Naruto is right that there is another purpose to the confession, but that does not negate the truth of her words. The truth that Kishimoto intended for Sakura to express. Again, not the right time or right strategy to spare Naruto's zealousness when it comes to bringing Sasuke home, but what else could Sakura do to make Naruto see reason and how it would affect the whole village? Like, she could tell, all of them could tell, that Naruto would destroy himself in order to bring Sasuke back, even get himself killed. She even says as much to Naruto. She yells it at him because Naruto is definitely being reckless, putting himself out there when other hosts have been captured and killed. This is a real threat that is happening. This is not a made-up fantasy. Gaara literally died, and if it wasn't for Chiyo, then he would still be dead. The Akatsuki are a serious threat, and to Sakura, risking Naruto's life, her pillar of everything that she holds dear, is not worth losing. She would rather eliminate Sasuke forever than lose Naruto forever. Not to mention how his death will definitely have the village declaring war and the cycle of hatred continuing. If you're curious about this, please refer to chapter 469 and 470 in the manga. So that's Sakura's confession in a nutshell. It's crazy how misinterpreted and out of context it was taken, to the point that the hate Sakura received was fucking brutal. Even Kishimoto was taken aback and saddened by it. It's at this point in time, Sakura still loved Sasuke romantically, but her feelings for Naruto are not false either. Her heart carries too, but she knows Sasuke is lost to her every single day, and should he ever return, it's not guaranteed he will even be interested in her at all, which he's not if her second confession after Tsukuyomi is to be believed. He literally has no interest in Sakura. But still, Sakura would rather kill him herself than burden Naruto. She would even accept Naruto's hatred if it meant sparing Naruto the pain of confronting Sasuke himself after all that Sasuke has done and having to take action over it to stop Sasuke. It's such a messy situation, but highlights where Sakura's heart is currently at. And it's funny because in interviews, Kishimoto refers to Sakura's obsession with Sasuke as an addiction, using the Japanese term that it gives a negative connotation. Anyhow, while the confession wasn't the reason she sought Naruto after leaving about Sasuke's criminal status, and it wasn't the best timing to say such things, she still preferred Naruto's safety and the security it brings to her village than the off chance she might be reunited with her childhood crush. Even Sai admits that Sakura wanted to lessen the burden of the Sasuke bomb by giving up on Sasuke and admitting her love for Naruto. Sai could have phrased this any other way, but he chose to use her love for you. Do you get what I'm saying? Some may scoff at Sai and his words, assuming he knows nothing because of how he grew up, but I beg to differ. Kishimoto has used Sai as an objective observer and the one to put everything happening in the most simplest terms possible to get the point across to the readers, which they still misunderstand, but whatever, we continue. Also, can we point out the obvious of Naruto's love for Sakura, because even after the bungled confession, Naruto ended up referring to Sakura in front of his father as his girlfriend. This is literally the equivalent of bringing home the girlfriend to show your parents. Like Minato asked him, and instead of clarifying, especially because Sakura is behind him, Naruto just confirms that yeah, they're dating, and instead of Sakura clarifying or even denying it, she just tells Naruto to shut up and focus on healing. Bro, that is like such an obvious show of reciprocation. Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean that she's all romantic for Naruto and ready to marry him, but this could have been such a pivotal cornerstone to the romantic potential growth that they have. And remember, Hinata had already confessed her feelings to Naruto several arcs previously, and Naruto hadn't said shit to her about it. And this was also after Neji died to somehow make Hinata hold hands with him and just make the Naruto-Hinata ship sail. Literally, it's the worst. Also, let's bring up the obvious Minato-Kushina parallels between Naruto and Sakura, since his parents' love story was introduced. In fact, since Kushina was introduced, you could see the obvious similarities between Sakura and Kushina. They're both spirited, determined girls who won't take shit from people. Not to mention how Sakura's hair was styled the same after the war arc. Like, it's kind of funny that was the final hairstyle Kishimoto landed on. Even when Mama Sakura was a thing, she grew it out long, and the silhouette was also similar to Kushina's. Like, these are just small things that I just thought worth mentioning because it's been driving me up a wall. Also, when Kushina tells Naruto to find a girl like me, Naruto confesses to his dad to tell his mom that he hasn't done it yet, but he's working really hard to do it. Like, that shit right there shattered me into pieces. Like, why did Naruto have to change his feelings? He's literally been so consistent with everything else in his life. Why not his love for Sakura too? It's not like she doesn't reciprocate. After everything they've been through, it's so easy to see Sakura returning his feelings, and already kind of feels this according to her confession, and she acknowledges that he is in fact in love with her. Not to mention, Naruto Sakura was also the parallel of Tsunade and Jiraiya, where Tsunade might have returned Jiraiya's feelings as they were older, but Jiraiya never confessed, and they both regretted how they never got to explore that side of them. Naruto and Sakura is meant to be a reflection of that, but with the newer generation being better and not repeating the mistakes of the old generation. Obito's unrequited crush and Rin's feelings for Kakashi, also unrequited, and how both might have ended up together had everything not gone so terribly. The parallel of Naruto and Sakura to make up for the would-bes of the past were literally right there. Oh my god. It's just crazy to me that Naruto's feelings and understanding of emotional nuance was reduced to childish rivalry and a genjutsu trap just so Naruto and Hinata could be a thing. Maybe if Kishimoto, editors, and the anime writers had done a better job at introducing Hinata as a notable side character instead of the NPC she was, I wouldn't be making this video. Or I would, but it would probably be less heated. Besides, why can't Sakura reconcile with Sasuke after the war and have a strong platonic relationship with him instead? Like, it would literally be the best character development for her and Sasuke, and we all know this. And if you don't believe me, let's really quickly go to the last movie. I know, but hear me out. In the cave scene where Sakura was acting as Hinata's feelings tunnel and flipped the script on Naruto and assumed his feelings for her were never genuine despite numerous evidence stating otherwise, Sakura said, "Remember long ago when you said you loved me?" Even the movie acknowledges that Naruto Naruto had confessed to Sakura, said the L word and everything. There was something there, and the movie had to address it in order to break it, in order for Naruto and Hinata to even be a thing. And it's crazy to me that they would make Naruto act like a hurt, petulant child over Hinata rejecting him when Sakura was always rejecting him when they were younger. And hell, you could tell he had his heart shattered when Sakura cried to him asking to bring Sasuke back. That fake hurt smile he put on to reassure and comfort Sakura was the most incredibly mature thing Naruto did for her. And he was 12 years old, the time where it's understandable and easy for him to act hurt and pout like a petulant child. Like, come on, we're not stupid, bro. And again, Naruto was melancholic when Sai asked him why he didn't confess to Sakura, and Naruto admitted that how could he confess to her when he couldn't even keep his promise to her. All in all, there is more evidence that's displayed in Naruto for the potential of romantic growth, such as the bonding scenes that some will argue makes them platonic friends. But since when are you not allowed to be friends with your future spouse? Like, seriously, you would think that's like a #1 requirement for couples in order to establish longevity in a relationship. But anyways, this video has gotten pretty long and my voice is literally dying, I think. And that's all I wanted to fit into this particular video. You guys still with me? Good. I wanted to address the conspiracy against the Naruto and Sakura ship by Studio Period and Choice editors that I've noticed while the production of Naruto went on at the time. So that was like back in 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. I'll make a part 2 video about the conspiracy of it all in the future. Thank you all for joining me. If you're feeling my content about controversial opinions, tippy tap tap the like button. And if it's your first time watching, don't worry, I cover a lot of different animes, comics, movies, more on this channel, so subscribe to stay notified for all. If you're still salivating for more controversial Naruto opinions and my art, check out my playlist and videos. This is my art for this video. It is a timeline of the Naruto-Sakura relationship, from cute kitties to awkward teens to traumatized young adults to the wiser older generation. Thank you for your service, guys. You can check out my art in more details on my website, daydaydoes.com. And if you want first and exclusive access to my videos, comics, art, both safe and spicy, and want to support me beyond the normal, join my Patreon. It would mean a lot to me, but again, only if you have the means. Also, don't forget to follow my socials on Instagram and Blue Sky to stay updated on all my projects. Literally, I am such a busy bee. I might have to get help soon. So that is all for now. Until next time, cheers.